Man, appreciate all the applause, man. Standing low. Young Jeezy, though. It's your boy. It's OVO Skip, man. You know where you tune into. You tune into the Rich and Rare podcast. Only on iHeartMedia, iHeartRadio, Spreaker.com. And since I'm plugging us in, you can go ahead and follow us on iHeartMedia. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Amazon Music. Follow us on Google Podcasts. And also, man, while you're doing all that stuff, slide over, create a new tab, go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, man. The Rich and Rare podcast, type it in the search bar, and boom, you're on live with your boys, man. Like I said, it's your boy OVO Skip, 1/3 of the Rich and Rare podcast. I'm missing Pressure P. You know, he has when surgery calls, and my guy, Z guy, you know, he had some technical difficulties, so he couldn't join us tonight. But we're coming back strong. Not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. We'll be actually again back in live in the studio, and we'll have a pretty set schedule, so you guys don't have to just, you know, drop everything and listen. I mean, not like you do it anyway, but yeah. But again, man, it's your boy Skip, and I'm here. I'm gonna talk about. I had a couple topics I want to talk about. Just real quick, you know what I mean, nothing special. The greatest Olympians of all time, male and a female. I wanted to talk how far can the Mavericks really go this year, and the top 3 women vocalists of all time. You know what I mean? So we're gonna hop into the greatest Olympians. I think I want to start with that. The greatest Olympians, male and female. I mean, it was kind of a tough cookie for me, man, because there's so many different events, so many different stars and greats that you just can't kind of single out one. But I did. I'm gonna say the greatest male Olympian ever. It came down to 2, actually 3, and the third one didn't even win that many medals. It was just because of the aura that he brought to the Olympics. That would be Dallas's own Michael Johnson, the 200, 400 meter flat out standout star. Again, he's from Dallas, he's from Skyline. I remember he wore the gold Nikes, right, in Atlanta, 96 Olympics. Man, that was when sports was really sports, man. Back in the 90s, the mid 90s, the early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s kind of started teetering off, but early mid 90s, man, it wasn't nothing like sports, man, nothing like it. Number 2, I had Usain Bolt. It was tough between him and Michael Phelps. I had to go Michael Phelps, man. For one, man, swimming, you know how fucking hard swimming is? Have y'all tried to swim? Shit. I was a lifeguard when I was young. I grew up in Jersey, so I grew up on the shore. So I was a lifeguard and all that stuff. But, man, swimming is hard. Like, you got to be able to hold your breath. You got to be in good shape. You got to be alert, which I'm not. I'm clumsy. Like, for real. Like, you got to be in some good shape to be a damn swimmer, bro. And Michael Phelps swims like a fucking goldfish. Like, he's just amazing, man. That's just the feats that he accomplished, man. He has, on record, man, Michael Phelps, dude got 28 total medals. He has 23 of them gold joints, bro. And then he got hit with the scandal. You know, they try to accuse him of, you know, smoking weed and testing positive for marijuana, which he did not test positive for marijuana. But he did have a drinking driving problem. But you know what, man? I can relate to that. I mean, drinking, it's an addiction too, and it's very, very tough to overcome, speaking from personal experience, man. You know, I have my own issues with drinking and driving, you know. But I got over the hump, and he necessarily got his help. So, you know, to me, 28 fucking total medals, and 23 of them are gold. Like, he has a lot of gold, dude. Like, gold rush. Like, Michael Phelps is like the guy. I remember who the hell? But, you know, he had a good teammate, Ryan Lochte. He's also a pretty decent swimmer, too. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he fell off or what, but Phelps, man, even to this day, like, if anybody challenged Phelps and gave him a chance to get back in Olympic shape and swim, like, I still think he would get a gold medal, like, today at, like, 39, 40. Easy. Easy. Just like Usain Bolt. If you challenge Usain Bolt to a race, 100 meters, don't even do that. Go 200. If you challenge him to that, give him 6 months to get in shape. Like, you're not beating that dude, bro. It's just, I don't know. I just don't think those two guys are like fucking Avengers to me. They're like superheroes that come along once in a lifetime. But if you're just not tuning in live, you're just not tuning in, period, archiving it, whatever, man. It's your boy OVO Skip, 1/3 of the Rich and Rare podcast. My guys are out today. Again, I'm going to plug us in. You want to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to the search bar, type in Rich and Rare podcast. Boom. We're right there popping up on your screen. You can also follow us on iHeartMedia. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Google Podcasts. Follow us on Podcast Addict. Follow us on Amazon Music. I think I touched all of them. Maybe if I didn't, just go back and look yourselves. But yeah, we're just tapping into the greatest Olympian ever. And the greatest female Olympian. I like people, I talk to people, even older guys, like in their 50s. I'm old myself, but even guys like in their 50s, 60s, like, dude, you know a lot of sports for being like, my age, just the time period. But I tell them, like, I grew up with my grandparents, so my granddad, he always was watching sports, and that's how I became, acquainted with sports through my granddad. We used to always watch the Atlanta Braves games together. He was a big Mets fan. I grew up in Jersey. I was always a Cowboy fan from day one. Well, I had a little love for the Nets. My cousin, shout out to Marshawn Brooks, man, overseas in China doing his thing. Go follow the boy on Instagram, at Marshawn2, MARSHON2. That's my cousin, man. He's playing over in China, holding it down, leading the whole country of China in scoring. So, big shout out to my cousin, bro. And, but yeah, I grew up in Jersey with my grandparents, so I kind of have it instilled in me, just like the whole sports thing. But I'm getting off topic. Let me go back to the women Olympian. I would choose Jackie Jordan-Kersee, man, just because she did so much, man. There's so much of a movement for the women, not just the black women, but just women, period. You know what I mean? Like, she stood for so much, in so little amount of time. Because I don't think she competed in many Olympic games. She maybe did, 2-3 Olympic games? But there's a lot of people I like Gail Devers, I like Gwen Torrance from Canada, Shannon Miller, the gymnast, Dominique Mucianu, Dominique Dawes, USA gymnastics team. They always win and gold. Right? That's all they do is win. Like, that's all they do. Like, all they do. Nah, but yeah, I mean, they had their moments. I don't really remember too many male gymnasts that were really good. I know the bicyclist go hard. What's his name? The guy Shaun White, the snowboarder. He also up there. He's top 5. He's like 4. I was gonna say Shaun White next. I was debating between Shaun White and Michael Johnson. But yeah, I think Jackie Jordan-Kersee takes that home for me. You know what? Let me take that back, man. I'm taking all that back. Everything that I said about women. Give me Marion Jones. I don't care what she did. I don't care if she PED'd. I don't care if she PEED'd under her pants. Doesn't matter. She was the greatest of all time women Olympian, bro, ever. There's not any question in my mind. I know I'm speaking to somebody, and it's Marion Jones. But slide right along, man. The podcast don't be that long. I'm just trying to hold you guys' time up. I'll move to the next topic. Plus, I got my guys here for the feedback, so it's just me. But my voice sound good, right? So go ahead and hit me up in the chat. No, I'm playing. I'm messing with you. It's your boy OVO Skip, man. Y'all tune into the Rich and Rare podcast. Again, follow us on YouTube. Not follow, but subscribe to our YouTube channel. You also want to follow us on iHeartMedia. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Podcast Addicts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. It's your boy OVO Skip, man. Missing 2/3 of the crew, man. Where y'all at? I need y'all backup reinforcement. Nah, but I'm gonna hop into how far can the Mavericks go? Now, I think they can have a chance to go to the finals and win it. If they can get Luka and Kyrie clicking, it's not even Luka and Kyrie not clicking. They clicking. It's just the reserves. The second unit. Sometimes they hit and miss. Timmy sometimes hit 6 threes. Sometimes he go 0 for 16. Like, which Timmy am I getting tonight? I'm a big THJ fan. Like, outside of Maxi Kleber, which everybody knows is my favorite Maverick. I like THJ. You know what I mean? THJ, he's inconsistent. Me and THJ got a me and Dak Prescott relationship. Like, you're inconsistent. You never know which one you're going to get. But as of late, since Kyrie has joined ship, TX been playing out of his mind, knocking down trey balls with consistency and shooting with confidence that I used to see him shooting with. When he got hurt, he was in the slums and in his psyche. But now he's just shooting with no thinking. Just, let it fly, Timmy. Because that's what he does, man. And to me, he's one of the top 5 3-point shooter in the league. Buddy Hield, Steph, Clay, Timmy, and Dame Lillard, probably Dame. I hate Dame Lillard. But, yeah. I'd probably say the Mavs can go to the Western Conference Finals. I think it's going to be a Western Conference Finals of – sorry, I'm talking fast. I think it's going to be a Western Conference Finals of Phoenix Suns, Dallas Mavericks. And, we hate the Suns, dating back to Steve Nash leaving the Mavericks for the Suns. But, it's neither here nor there. I think KD and Kyrie would be a good little epilogue, good little show. You know what I mean? Plus, they got a little background drama, a little history behind it in the series. Best friends playing against each other to see which one takes home the championship. And then the 7-game series, man, I love the Mavericks. I want to go for the Mavericks. I'm going for the Mavericks, no doubt. But I think the Suns will get them in 7, man, just because of the KD factor. Like he's unreal. He's a 7-foot serpent that just can shoot from anywhere on the court. Mid-range king. He can give you the tray ball. 50, 40, 90 club. He go to the line, knock him down, with ease. You foul KD, you might as well go ahead and put 2 points on the board. Like, 1-2, we ain't got it. Don't even line it up, fellas. I'm just going back down the other way. But yeah, I think the Mavericks would go as far as Luka and Kyrie take them. But the thing is, they got to play defense. They lost today. They were up by 20 to the Lakers, and the Lakers came back and won the game 111 to 108. Like, come on, man, really? That's what we doing out here? That's what we doing, Luka? Luka's great. Luka is great, but he has to learn how to play some defense, bro. Like, his feet is like in quicksand. You know what I mean? Like, but I think the Mavs can still do it, bro. He's tough enough offensively. He's sound. He reminds me, like I said, I always say this, but he reminds me of Paul Pierce, just the way he moves, because he's like a sloth. He's like slow, but he's not slow, and he's big, but he's stronger than you think he is. Like, you know what I mean? He ain't fat. I mean, he is fat, but he's like he's thick. Looking thick. Nah, but yeah, I think the Mavs got a good shot at taking the crown this year if they can, put all the pieces together. Got good coaching, Jason Kidd. They got good personnel. The owner wants to spend money and win championships with Mark Cuban. So, the sky's the limit for the Mavericks, I feel like. And I just want to tap in with you guys, just, give you my thoughts on the Mavs, give you my thoughts on the greatest Olympians and people of our pastime. And keep tuning in, like I said, man. Go ahead and go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, man. It's worth it. Subscribe to iHeart. Follow us on iHeart. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Google Podcasts. Follow us on Amazon. Follow us on Pod Addicts. You don't even know what that is. Follow us on DZ. I just found out we're on DZ, whatever that is. So follow us there, man. Follow us everywhere. Shit. Like I said, man, ride away with us, man, because we're coming back strong. And we're coming back for the taking, you know what I mean? And again, I miss you guys, Zach. Miss you guys. Miss you, P. Wish you guys were here with me, but we'll be back in studio not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. Again, it's been your boy OVO Skip, and this is the Richard Rap Podcast.